Let's continue what we're going on. The last match we did was the Bram and Drake match, and we already talked about that. So let's go into the pretty much the second half of this card. Uh, as we have Gail Kim versus Maria. Now Maria recently is the person in charge of the knockouts by winning a ladder match. And for the longest time has been in control of the knockouts. Gail Kim was the former knockouts champion, lost it to Jade, and to the point where Jade and Maria just have a match apparently. So with that being said, this is Maria's first TNA pay-per-view, not counting the one night onlys, because I personally don't count one night onlys because they're basically just fodder for a main story. I mean, they're not even highlighted. They're not even anything on TNA. It's just vintage TNA right here. As Maria will pick up the win because she needs it. It's a big pay-per-view. It's probably the only major pay-per-views of the year, so it makes sense that this happens, especially since most of TNA's pay-per-views have become television specials over the years. Up next, The Decay. For those who don't know, The Decay are Abyss and Crazy Steve, along with Rosemary, who actually is Courtney Rush. For those who didn't know that, but it's interesting there. Uh, with the Broman versus the Bromans for the tag titles, Robbie E, Jesse Goddard's remainder of the Bromans. Apparently the Bromans are back together, which you had them feud for a while, to the point where Jesse Goddard's wanted to be the modern day Adonis, and was for a while, I guess. I guess the Bromans are back together, and it's very simple. Bromans lose because you have the Decay, a strong group, a very interesting group. Probably one of the best things about TNA right now is the Decay. And by the way, like I said in the last part, something about Dave Richards, the Wolves lost the belts to the Decay. Was it a Feast or Fired case? I don't believe it was a Feast or Fired case, as far as I can see. It was not. So yeah, that was a thing. But with that being said, the Bromans lose. Very simple. Next up, we have The Miracle, Mike Bennett versus Ethan Carter III, EC3. And it's an interesting match because last time we talked about EC3, he was a man that was the world champion and undefeated for a very long time. The point where EC3 was the only good thing in TNA. And then Matt Hardy happened, and we'll get that a little bit later. But since then, EC3, his streak is over. And it's a very sad day to see that happen. But in probably a good thing here, we have Mike Bennett coming in as with Maria as the modern day Miracle of WWE, of not WWE. He should be in WWE, but he's in TNA. But of TNA rather, and a great gimmick. Again, one of the best things about TNA is Mike Bennett and Maria as this Miracle. I mean, wrestling has needed a miracle for a long time, and it's rare to say, but TNA may have found a miracle for once in their life with Mike Bennett. With that being said, though, they've been pushing EC3 pretty strong ever since he lost in a last man standing match against Matt Hardy, which we'll get to a little bit. But with that being said, you have... I don't know who would win this one. I really don't. All I know is it's going to be a great match. And this could be or not be no disqualification. I don't remember. There could be something in that to where that could be the case, but it doesn't show that right now. But expect a fight. Expect a war. Expect a real match here. Next up, this shit. This is why I bash TNA. This is why I don't watch TNA anymore. Because of this fucking match right here. And I stopped watching a couple months before this, but this just proves my point. To the point where Matt Hardy was the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, was cashed in the Feast or Fired case by Drew Galloway, which we'll get to in a little bit. And to the point where Matt went fucking crazy. To the point where he has had his wife, a pregnant Reby Sky at the time, now giving birth to their son Maxwell, to the point where you use your own child, your own newborn child, to help you win matches. This is why TNA is a joke. This is why I have stopped believing in TNA. But it gets better than that. It gets better. To the point where Jeff Hardy comes back after, I don't know if it was a suspension or an injury or both. It was after after a night quit match, I believe, and then one of them killed each other, and then something happened, and then you had Willow. Yes, that Willow come back. But as we learned, that Willow was Matt Hardy with a golden streak down his hairline to the point where he looks like, I want to say Sweeney Todd. It's probably the best way you can describe him at this point. He is literally Sweeney Todd at this point, where he's talking in fucking parcel tongues and fucking brother Nero, and to the point where there was a contract signing. And this is where it gets stupid. To the point where you have the contract signing. You go back to the ring of Omega, where you could have built a great story. Instead, Reby Sky comes back, tosses a fake baby at Matt Hardy. Or actually at Jeff. See, I can't even say who was who because of how stupid this is. You toss the baby at Jeff Hardy, but it's a fake baby. To the point where Matt Hardy hits a fucking side effect on a fucking round table. And that round table breaks, but that table head pops off like a fucking bottle cap. And it's not broken, it's just laying there. This is TNA in a nutshell. Why do I even do this shit? Why do I even go on with this shit? Regardless, the match is Full Metal Mayhem. A match where anything goes, anything can be used, as long as it is metal. At least that's what I remember. This fucking match is going to be the death of me. I swear to God. This fucking match. But with that said, I believe it or not, that Matt Hardy will win this match and continue to be the crazy motherfucker that he has become. And that is a very scary thought. And I'm going to need a break after this. So, God, this fucking match. We'll go to the final match in a little bit.